The competition for Miss Universe India just got cutthroat after all 51 finalists have been announced. And in this video, I pick out my top contestants that judges are going to have a really hard time shortlisting from. Hello, everybody. For the ones who know me and for the ones who don't, I am Lake Uthaya, your Femina Miss India Punjab 22 and a pageant coach. If you would like to book any sessions with me, please make sure to check the link in the description. I do respond to my emails. As usual, here are the chapters. I start off with standouts in Miss Universe India. I do go about trying to tell you what the contestants who didn't make it to this list are probably doing wrong and something that you should avoid when you're going into pageants. I do talk about constructive suggestions that I want to give the Miss Universe organization from everything that I have noticed so far. This is going to be so exciting because Miss Universe India is the first edition. Up until now, for the ones who don't know, Liva Miss Diva was something that was handled by the Times of India group, and the franchise just went to Glam Anand Supermodels, the national director of whose is Nikhil Anand. And this is their first edition, and this is also the first edition where a lot of eligibility criterias have changed. The lower age limit is 18, but there is no upper age limit. That means women of any age can participate, and if they stand out, they get to win. Second, being there are no height restrictions. Anybody with any height can participate in this pageant. Third is your nationality. You have to be an Indian, an NRI, or an OCI card holder, and you all will be equally eligible. The great thing, the marital status, you can be single or married or divorced or separated, and pageant does not differentiate. You just need to be female according to your identity card, which has opened up this platform for so many people from the LGBTQIA community. How the audition has been going is that there are state directors. So once a contestant registers, they are transferred to their respective states. They either have their state pageant or their state audition. Each winner from each state is announced. There was also a final round at Delhi where there were wildcard entries that were announced, and there are 5 NRI candidates as well announced, now making it to 51 finalists competing in this season. Although I come from the Miss India background, I do understand the pretty privilege that I carry to look a certain way and to have the height of a certain person, because of which I was eligible. So this pageant is just quite literally creating history by making pageants a lot more inclusive. And I have had the privilege to go through all of the contestants and their biodata and actually shortlist some of the people who are absolutely standing out in this pageant. In no particular order, the first one we have is Chavi. Turns out she is Miss New Jersey 2017 and was also the first runner up in Miss USA 2017 when she went for the nationals. She happens to be a Bharatnatyam dancer. She happens to be a model, a TEDx speaker. Her YouTube video, especially the one where there is a Bollywood proposal where she got proposed to in the streets of New York, got a lot of views and praise. And she is spread across social media. I mean, I got most of her information from her website, which I think is so amazing. Everybody who is a public figure should have a website and should have pages that depicts how multifaceted they are, which she does. What an absolutely stunning woman. The next one we have is Dr. Angel Bhatal. She has a doctorate in pharmacy. She's a healthcare worker, and she has been in the pageant space for close to 23 years. She also works as a pageant coach and was voted best pageant coach by Pageant Planet. She has represented Canada in multiple pageants, but most notably, she has won Dr. World 2021, the main title, and she has been in the top 3, top 5 of most of them. I give a lot of credibility to pageant coaches because they become that for a reason. She is a phenomenal speaker. She has great stage presence, a lot of oomph, and I actually did have a conversation with her, and she seems very ready to kill it in this pageant. Next up, we have Shivali Patel, another multi-talented woman. She was notably Miss Supranational USA 2021. She was also in the top 5 of Miss Talent round of that pageant. She also is an entrepreneur and teaches people how to learn digital marketing and growing online. She also is an evangelist. Now that I had to Google to understand what it means. It basically means word of mouth marketing, and she also does that. She is a self-published author as well as a podcaster. She again is spread across all social media domains, is beautiful. I've gone through her YouTube video and she's a phenomenal speaker as well. Now is coming to Miss Universe India to show us what she has got. Next up, we have Riya Singha. She is Miss Teen Earth Asia. She basically won Miss Teen Universe and then went ahead to represent us and also won a title internationally. I am stunned by what an amazing speaker she is. She reminds me a lot of Manasa Varanasi because they have similar style of talking. The question that was asked to her during her international finale is, what is the skill that you would like to acquire for your future? And her answer was forgiveness. And she goes on to say why forgiveness is a skill so beautifully. She also won season 14's Times Fresh Face. She was a runner up in that. And her talent was singing. She is a very popular face in the pageant industry, and most importantly, she is so well spoken. All of the contestants that I spoke about above are phenomenal speakers, and I have made a video called How to Communicate Better. You should go watch that because I have said this multiple times. Communication is not something that you're born with, it's something that you learn and something that you upskill yourself with constantly, and this video will help you understand it better. Next up, we have Sachi Gaurav. She was in the top 5 Miss India 2020 Goa finalists, as well as was a finalist for Miss Glam Anand Supermodel 2021. She is a certified ice skater. She is also a Kathak dancer. She advocates for mental health, and I've heard her speak. She's really good with clarifying her thoughts when she's speaking, although I'm yet to see her perform because we all know that Miss Universe is about the kind of stage presence you have, and that is something that I'm looking forward from her in this season. We have Anubha Vashisht Chaudhary. She came into my feed because of her audition walk, which right now has garnered 3 million views, and I remember commenting on that. She is a certified makeup artist and is the founder of Dubai Beauty School, which is based in Delhi and has worked with multiple celebrities. She also has a project called Project Devi where she empowers women through the power of makeup. It's very interesting. She has a great aura, and I'm definitely sure that she is a very fierce competition this year. The next contestant that people should be looking out for is Tejaswini Srivatsava. She boasts a social media following of 141K. She was Miss Earth runner-up. She was also in the top 25 West Zone of Femina Miss India 2023. She has a killer walk, extremely photogenic, is a great model. Reminds me of this creator called Mansi Ogale. If you compare the two, you'll see they have very similar styles and features. She was also a second runner up in this pageant called Miss Nation, and her profile just boasts of a lot of modeling links, and she seems extremely confident and kills it on the ramp. I'm yet to hear her speak, so that is something that we're going to figure out during the pageant. The next contestant that stands out, and rightly so, is Sanjana Vij. She is Femina Miss India Telangana 2019 and also is Miss Universe Delhi this year. During her finale, she was asked, what would you choose, your dreams or financial stability? And she goes on to speak about how dreams kind of give you the satisfaction. And that's when I got to hear her speak. And hey, she speaks really well. She has also starred in a lot of movies such as Dr. G and also soaps on Sony Live. She's done a ton of TVCs and music videos, and she looks unreal. I mean, look at her. Next contestant that is super confident and to look out for is Shane Soni. She boasts a social media following of 131K. She was the winner of Miss Trans Queen India in 2020 and also placed in the top 5 in the international pageant, and right now is also the CEO of the organization. She is a TEDx speaker and also a state icon during the elections in Delhi. She feels very strongly about her cause, which is gender sensitivity, and looks gorgeous. Next up, we have Daisy Count. She is the finalist for Liva Miss Diva 2023. She was in the top 16 and was given the Times Miss Ramp Walk title. She is the winner of Miss Northeast Diva 2023. There is so much hunger in her eyes, and she definitely takes a lot of pride in representing India on a national platform. She seems like an extreme hard worker and someone who's super resilient and is a tough competition as well this year. Next, we have Ojasvi Sharma. She was Liva Miss Diva finalist in 2021 and also won Miss Popular Choice Award in 2022. She is a model and an actor and has done a ton of TVCs. She has been a pageant page favorite. She is also the winner of Season 7, Miss TGPC. She's a great dancer and she advocates for animal welfare. I had walked with her during one of the fashion weeks. I'm guessing it was Chandigarh Times Fashion Week. And I remember that towards the finale, I was not supposed to go on stage, but I did. And I think the choreographer saw and the backstage manager pulled me back and was like, Lake, it was not your turn. I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And like that really shakes you, right? And I remember she was in line behind me and I remember she like held my hand and she just like pacified me. She's like, it's okay, it's okay. And I don't think we knew each other, but just that action just showed that she seems like a compassionate person, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing her this year. Next up, we have Rupfuzano Vizo. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. She was Femina Miss India Nagaland in 2018 and currently is Miss Universe India Nagaland 2024. She is a content creator in the skincare space and has a good amount of presence across all social media platforms. Seems like a really talented person and also has good pageant experience, and I'm looking forward to seeing her. Next, we have Namita Marimutu. She has a social media following of 300 plus K. She belongs to the LGBTQIA community. She also was a contestant in Big Boss Season 5 Tamil. She also won Miss International Queen, which is Miss Trans Star International. I watched her performance in gowns and in swimsuits, and she has such an amazing stage presence and carries things off so well. She captivates the audience like that and is actually one of the big names in this pageant. Another stunning face, we have Shushmita Roy, who's Femina Miss India Bengal 2019, coming back again this year in Miss Universe India. She reminds me of Sharvari a lot. I'm going to put these two pictures aside. You will not be able to tell the difference. She is a renowned ramp model. She's also done a ton of TVCs and campaigns, has great work links. Miss Universe India Gujarat. Now, she is a woman who, apart from, of course, the fact she looks stunning and has international features, is doing really well with her project, her purpose, which it relates to mental health. She is the founder of Moralize NGO, which provides a lot of help. She is a self-published author. She also was an NCC cadet and is using her platform really well after she has won. Next up, we have Niharika Sood. She has the most fierce eyes. She happens to be married. I really love the inclusivity that's been coming in throughout this video. She is a well-known model and has done a ton of work. I've seen some of her interviews and she speaks really well. She seems like a helpful person and is a great competition. Next up, we have Miss Universe India Karnataka, Avni Kakekochi Bhatt. She actually rose to fame after winning the India's Miss TGPC Season 12, which just happened recently. Also participated in First India Queen and won Miss Talented. She is an avid dancer. She seems extremely confident, which shows the experience that she's had being on stage and performing. I'm seeing her on social media quite a lot, which means that she's doing a lot with her title, which I'm really proud of. She seems to have been in the pageant space for a while, and I'm really happy that she's getting the recognition that she deserves. Next up, we have Amishi Kaushik. She is Miss Universe India Haryana. She also has those light eyes, international features, has done a lot of TVCs and ads for brands like Dyson and Hilton and Vistara, and also has done music videos. She, in fact, was in the movie Bad News, which has Vicky Kaushal. Yeah, you go check her out and you'll find her now. A stunning girl with a stunning personality. Let's see how it shines on stage. Here's something else that came to my notice. Femina Miss India Bihar 2022 Kajal, who was in my batch, as well as Femina Miss India 2023 Tanushri, are both finalists in Miss Universe India. Tanushri and Kajal both are well-known models and happen to share the same state. Interesting. I also would like to give a special mention to Kanak Agnihotri. She's Miss Universe India Uttar Pradesh. She is someone that I taught last year in December when I was working with the Pageant Institute, and she seems like a very dedicated candidate, seems to be really working hard towards this title. She happens to be an NCC cadet. She happens to be a lawyer. She was also Femina Miss India Delhi finalist. She was in the top 14 and seems to be training really hard. So, Kanak, if you're watching this, all the very best. Finally, we have Miss Universe India Chhattisgarh Vachi Parikh. I've seen her host a lot of these Glam Anand pageants as a whole, which goes on to say that she's actually a really good speaker with a great presence of mind. She was Miss Teen Universe 2020 and is also someone who's not new to pageantry, but let's see what she brings this time in the pageant. With that, we come to the end of my top picks or my observation on who is standing out in this pageant. If you think I've missed out on somebody, please comment below who that person is. Of course, this isn't like a prediction list. This is just something that I have observed with their first glance into their social media profiles and their presence on the internet. It goes without saying that the finalists I have not mentioned might just outperform these people during the pageant. Of course, there are black sheeps in every competition, but these are people that most definitely caught my eye. Now, here is what others can learn, the reason why they didn't make it to the list, and some of the mistakes that you, if you go into any pageant, should not be making. Number one is leveraging your title. I have seen a lot of girls whose profile I go into and I have no idea that they're actually participating in this pageant. Maybe they don't want people to know. Maybe they don't have the bandwidth to be using their platform at this time because this is just something they're doing parallel to their modeling project or whatever. It's very important that once you get a title, you use it to its utmost advantage. And people who are not doing this are missing out on it, and which is probably why they aren't on this list. The second one is having purposeful portfolios. I'm pretty sure I missed out on a few people who probably have a lot of followers and are extremely beautiful, but I don't see purpose in their social media, and that's very important because a Miss Universe pageant of course looks for certain characteristics like beauty, etc., but more than that, it is about the kind of purpose that you carry. Have you seen the Miss Universe international delegates? They're amazing spokespersons. They all have a purpose they strongly work towards, and that needs to reflect in you as a finalist, because otherwise how are you expecting to win the title? The third would be showcasing your speaking skills. A lot of these people, I do not know how they speak. I do not know, because as an audience, we don't get to see you interview. And if you don't come into the top 8 or top 12 or however the pageant is going to be, people might never hear you speak. That happened with me during my pageant. I did not get a chance to speak on the finale stage, but people still knew I was a great speaker because I was showcasing that through my social media. You need to make sure that every time you're participating in a pageant, especially not a top model contest, there actually nobody cares about how you're speaking. It's mostly about how you are in front of the camera. But when it's a pageant, and especially it's a Miss Universe India pageant, please showcase your speaking skills. And here are a few constructive suggestions that I want to give Miss Universe India as an organization. Something that I have personally been noticing because it's their first season and there have been ups and downs. And overall, I think I'm very amazed with the contestants that have come out. Number one would be to have a lesser social media overload. I got to know most of these finalists through an Instagram page called Beauty High, which happens to be a magazine. But the actual page, which is the Miss Universe India page, has still not put out all the final contestants who have won. So it creates a lot of confusion amongst people knowing who is official and who is not. You think that you are getting a lot of leverage out of having multiple pages and the impact or the social impact is higher, but what it's doing is actually confusing people because you're not containing it to one place. The major announcements should first come from the official page and then it should trickle down to other subset pages. Second would be having more detailed introductions for your contestants. Of course, I did figure out their social media handles because it was tagged in the caption. But apart from that, I feel like if you're calling someone a finalist of such a prestigious pageant, you should kind of ask them for an introduction and put it in your caption, even if you don't want to make an elaborate video about them, because that'll just help the audience feel more relatable to them rather than them having to guess on their own how they were chosen or what the process was. The third thing would be uniformity. I am expecting that the girls eventually all have the same sashes because I can't imagine finalists having a Miss Universe wild card as a sash or Miss Universe NRI as a sash because there have been state titles already given. Nor does it make sense to deprive people of their state titles and give everyone Miss Universe India finalist sashes. Is it making sense? It just seems like a lot. So I think in terms of design, in terms of quality, in terms of what they will be wearing for the finale, I think that should be figured out. I have noticed that wardrobe for a lot of finalists is repeated. I see girls from Miss Teen Universe wearing the same kind of two piece or outfits that someone for Miss Grand is wearing. And although it is headed by Glam Anand Supermodel, I do feel like for Miss Universe India, I really hope they don't repeat the same outfit. With that, we come to the end of this video. If you have watched so far, please comment Miss Universe ready if you think the girls that I have told you about do seem like they are ready to take on the Miss Universe stage. This is happening for the first time in the history of pageantry in India, that a lot of eligibility criteria has changed and we're seeing a lot of inclusivity. And I really hope everybody gets a chance to shine. It is a lot of responsibility that, of course, the organization has taken over because they have big shoes to fill, right? Because Liva Miss Diva up until now was doing a great job and was of course giving out brilliant finalists and were also responsible for winners like Harnas Sandhu. So this is going to be a tough shoe to fill, but I think so far the contestants seem great and up to mark. Let's see how the pageant goes ahead. And I want you to wish all these contestants the very best. And I will see you in the next video.